Hey guys, Ash here coming at you today with another Raid Shadow Legends champion guide. It is going to be the Legacy Old School Legendary Nuker / Decreased Defense debuffer, Robar, who got a buff, I want to say about 1.5 years, 2 years ago. It was the same update that they added the team customization, I want to say. They also buffed a bunch of champions, and Robar was one of them. So let's take a look at him. I asked you guys on the community tab here on the channel which legendary you wanted to see reviewed next. They were all orcs. I think I had Nogdar, Raka Viletide, who's a very interesting champion as well. She will be eventually. We're going to get to everybody here on the channel. And then I had Tila and Robar, one in Nogdar too. But Tila and Robar are tied at the time of this recording, both at 29%. So I'm going to do both of them. I'll start with Robar, and I'm not sure if Tila will be the next legendary champion review on the channel, but she'll be coming at you guys soon. So, orcs. Old school, as we said, one of the original champions, legendaries in the game. It's Robar, Force Affinity Orc champion. He looks pretty dang cool. He hits pretty dang hard. He's got the skull coming off the shoulder pads, man. All these champions in this game look incredible, but Robar definitely looks good for an orc. And I say that because generally speaking, like the whole motif going on the orcs is not one of my favorite overall in the game. What about you guys? What faction do you just like the aesthetic the most? Apropos of absolutely nothing, now that I asked you the question, let me go ahead and answer for myself. I hate, maybe it's recency bias, but I kind of like Sylvan Watchers. I would say Sylvan Watchers and Demon Spawn are my faves. Sylvan Watchers, Demon Spawn, Sacred Order. I guess those are my top three. Nice Revenant's pretty cool too. Anyway, you guys can let me know how you feel about that hard-hitting conversation to lead off on today's video. So Robar, what does he do? He has stunning strength on his A1. This is actually a really good A1 ability. You can do some incredible stuff with this. We'll try him out on this too. Attacks one enemy, 50% chance of placing a stun, and then grants an extra turn if the stun is placed. So you can really get extra turns quite a bit through this A1. Ergo, the cooldown of the A2 and the A3 will be reduced as well. So that's, already starting out, that's an incredible A1 ability. Not only a 50% chance to stun somebody, but an extra turn if you do. Wild Swing is A2, 3-turn cooldown, AoE attack, 100% chance win book to place in a decreased defense. And then Merciless Assault attacks all enemies. Damage increases if the target is under these debuffs, the CC debuffs. When they buff him, they took him from an 87 to a 97 speed, and they also went in there and added, I forgot what it originally was, but it was originally, I want to say, only like 4 debuffs. They added a bunch, obviously petrification to that as well. So now, it makes him more viable to get that extra damage out of that A3 ability, which is one of the harder hitting abilities inside the entire game. So that's the good news. His base attack is solid at 1619. You love to see it. His multipliers are great. We'll look at those in just a moment. His HP is respectable at 19k. His defense is, well, not respectable. At 694, what are you, an uncommon champion, dude? That is really, really bad on the defense, so keep in mind, this dude is a bit of a glass cannon today in the video. All right, let me go ahead and show you how I have him built, but before we do, let me just pull up the multipliers. Thanks to hellhades.com here. We have a 3.4 multiplier. That's a godlike ranking on the A1, and keep in mind, I think it's just an overlooked part of his kit in general, the grant an extra turn, because again, grant an extra turn, 50% chance of doing so, it's just going to make this dude an absolute monster, okay? And that's what gives him a tremendous amount of viability to me in PvE content as well as being an arena nuker. So Wild Swing on the A2 has a 4.3 godlike rating, and then the Merciless Assault has a 4.2 attack multiplier, plus 50% more damage if they're under any of those debuffs. So we're looking at like a 6+ multiplier, or actually 50% more damage overall if they're under those CCs. So to set him up with a CC champion like a Kymar or a Canelia in the arena, like a Syl the Drakes, anybody who's stunning or sleeping, you're going to be looking really, really nice. Also, we have Provoke, so even like a Molly Tankard or any Provoker out there would be a great option to set him up. The only downside on this champion is it's a shame that he doesn't have decreased defense on this ability, because, you do have to set him up with somebody debuffing if you want to lead in with the Merciless Assault. Anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at what I have on him in terms of gear here, guys. Let me go to most recently used. Come on, man. My game is going slow today. It's probably because I have too much going on in the background on my PC right now. I'm rendering a video. Another champion guy. I'm trying to double up today. We have Robar. We put him in a, you can see it, but you can't see it. We put him in a triple cruel set. I think that triple cruel is incredibly underrated. I feel like everybody always wants to go savage all the time on every nuker in this game, or lethal at that rate. And sure, you get the 25% ignore defense plus 2 artifacts to keep an extra, or to get an extra 2-piece on. But cruel is still really good. You get 15% ignore defense when you have a cruel set, and then you get a 45% attack bonus when you run the triple set. So it's not the same, not quite as effective as Savage. I'd still rather run Savage or Lethal on my Arena Nukers, to be clear. But Cruel is a great option as well, because you only have so much Savage gear too, and you get Cruel from Clan Boss. I haven't done the Masteries yet. We're going to do those together. We talked about his skills. Let's talk quickly about Blessings. For me, for the Arena, we're definitely going to be going with Soul Reap, right? Soul Reap is fantastic for Arena Nukers. We get the extra crit damage at level 4 too, if you're lucky enough to get your hands on one of those. But I probably would go Soul Reap on this champion wherever I'm using him, honestly. So Soul Reap would be my blessing of choice. He also has a 50 accuracy and faction crypts. Not the most useful aura, but hey, if you're running faction crypts and you need some accuracy, well, look no further than Robar to help you out there as well, right? So Masteries, let's go ahead and pick him up. I want to build him as first an Arena Nuker, and then we'll make a couple small changes, and we'll run him in a PvE content as well. So Arena Nuker, you already know. Keen Strike, the extra crit damage, the extra crit rate. We're going to go Shield Breaker, extra damage against targets under shield by 24%. We're going to pick up Ruthless Ambush. We're going to go ahead and pick up Single Out. We are going to pick Bring It Down. And then we're going to come down to Opportunist. Opportunist makes a lot of sense with this champion. He's already dealing more damage anyway if they're under these debuffs. Why not stack another 12% on top of that 50%? So Opportunist, to me, is almost a required mastery on this champion. We're going to come pick up Killstreak. We're also going to pick up the Shield, because again, keeping this dude alive will be important, so that Blood Shield will give you a nice amount of shield if you kill an enemy, right? So I think that Blood Shield's a great option for him. I also think that Helm Smasher is the no-brainer tier 6 option, especially for PvE. Let me push aside here. You guys can see the mastery, the beautiful little circle that we made, or a square, if you will. Let's go to, so now we have an option. We can go defense and really get some cool synergy with that Retribution. And I think I want to go that route. Obviously, Support Tree is great for this champion as well, because Support Tree, you can go for the accuracy, pinpoint accuracy, charge focus, swarm smiter, come down, pick up Lore of Steel as well, and then go down to Master Hexer, extend the duration of those decreased defenses. So that's a total viable option, but personally, I want to go down the defense tree on this champion. I'm going to go, I'll grab a little bit of defense just because we'll take what we can get on this champion. It's so low that getting 75 is actually pretty noteworthy. We'll go Blast Proof, decreasing damage from AoE attacks. We'll go with Resurgent, one of my favorite masteries out there. And then we'll go down to Delay Death. And then we'll pick up Retribution and Opportunist. Again, when we counterattack, we have a chance of landing up. We can't pick up Opportunists because I went with 2 on the offense tree. But I really love this. I love Retribution, 50% chance to counterattack when he loses 25% more of his max HP from one single enemy skill. So he's almost always going to be losing 25% of his max HP because he's so squishy. And that counterattack is going to give us 50% chance to counterattack, and then a 50% chance to land the stun, and then a 50% chance to go again. So we definitely want Retribution on this champion. I think it's one of the best masteries for him. That's why I encourage you guys to get accuracy through your banner maybe, or through substats, which is how we have him built right now. That way we can go without the support tree. All right, so for accessories and artifacts on Robar, we have accuracy on the banner. Nothing wrong with going attack too if you have enough accuracy elsewhere. Crit damage with a trip accuracy roll on the amulet. We have an attack ring. We have attack percentage on the boots. This is an arena build. For PvE content, you can keep them in the attack percentage if you want to, or you can substitute with speed. have him go a little bit faster, especially if he's going to be, you're going to be relying on him for your debuffs or your decreased defense as well, okay? So we will make that change in a little bit here. Attack percentage, crit damage, and we're looking again for accuracy, for a little bit of speed, for crit rate, crit damage, as our substats on this champion, as stat priorities. If we look at his total stats here, we're going to have, should be well over 6,000, and it is on the attack. So a lot of attack, 100% crit rate, and as much crit damage as we can muster. We'd like that a little bit higher, but we'd always like crit damage a little bit higher there. So that is his total stats here, guys. Plenty of accuracy, too, to land his debuffs. If I was going to run him only in the arena, I'll just tell you guys right now, I would take the accuracy off of the banner, and I'd pick up an attack banner. You know what? Let's just do it, and then we'll make the switch after. We'll run him on a really strong team in the arena, and then we'll run him on a more accessible kind of free-to-play friendly team, albeit with fairly good gear. Let's just go ahead and drop on an attack banner, the first one that we come across here. So that's going to be another 400 plus whatever we get in percentage on the attack. So that's going to bring us all the way up to 6,700 now on the attack. So we're really scaling up there. We have his masteries done. Let's try him out as an arena nuker here, guys. He's not, I want to be clear with you guys, he is not a meta arena nuker, meaning he's not a champion that we see a lot right now inside Platinum, but that doesn't mean he's not a hard hitter and you can't have a tremendous amount of success with him. The problem is right now is in the arena meta at the time of this recording here in March, mid-March of 2023, it's Stone Skin everywhere, and he doesn't have any ignore Stone Skin, and you know, you'd have to set him up with people who can remove buffs from enemies, and with Polymorph being so out of control and popular right now, you don't see a lot of him in Plat. But the good news is, odds are 99% of you aren't in Plat. You're just looking for a great arena nuker to help you farm your Great Hall. And he's going to be great at that. All right, so this is the type of team I would make around him. I actually don't want to ruin any of the teams that I use a ton, so let's get rid of Team 3. And let's go with, should have probably done this before the video, but we're going to have Arbiter go first. She's going to bring the increased attack buff. Obviously, increased attack, especially with that base attack, is going to be fabulous on this squad. We're going to put Robar, or for Robar, I should say. So increased attack for me is almost a must on this champion, getting that buff to set him up. And then we need somebody to CC the enemy team, so it's going to be Prince Kaimar. And then we need a debuffer because he's not going to be our debuffer in this scenario. He's going to be our nuker. He's going to be our nuker with the A3 lead-in, and they should be asleep, hopefully, unless he's too slow, because this team's going to be really fast. And then he'll come back around with his A2 ability anyway. So where is Madame Saris? Right in front of my face? There she is, right? All right, so this is going to be the squad that we use here, guys. We're going to open up with the A3. Kaimar's going to open up with the A2, which is his sleep ability, or just opener. And Madame Saris obviously going to open up with her A3. We're also going to make it first choice. There we go. All right, everybody's ready to go here. Select the team, and let's see what we can do here. So I'm going to take it off of the first run. I'm going to slow it down 1 times speed, and we're just going to see how much damage we can do. We're going to enjoy Robar's attack here. Going to CC the enemy team. Siffy's going to get rid of that sleep before he goes. Let's see, so is Arbiter, but we'll be able to smack down some damage on Rhodos at least, right? Let's go ahead and poke away a little bit here at Siffy. So, Robar, okay, nice. So we have a sleep. Let's see what he can do here, especially to Rhodos. Unfortunately, it's only a single hit, but let's just see. All right, here he goes. Woo-wee! That was some damage, baby. That was some damage, even on the ones that didn't have a bunch of debuffs, right? Weren't sleeping, excuse me. Wow. That was pretty nice, man. He just melted them. And that's Wild Swing. That was his A2 ability, right? And that did a lot of damage too. Wow. Color me impressed, guys. Let's go against this squad here. I gotta say, man, I wasn't ready for those numbers. I'm just gonna be real with you guys. Here we go. Here we go. All right. Boom. Wow. 200k nukes? Golly. That's, I mean, I knew it was one of the hardest hitters. I said it. That was his A1. You saw the 81k on the A1. I'm going to go against kind of even a tankier team here. It's not necessarily tankier, but they do have a Siffy and a Cardial, so let's see, man. Gee whiz. Those are some big numbers, you know? All right, here he goes again. Boom! Woo! Robar, baby! All right, man. He's laying the smackdown. I want to find an even tankier team here. And okay, we got it. Ask and you shall receive. We got a Krisk. No doubt they have Bolster. Well, they have the Krisk Shield at least. Here we go. And make it so. Boom! Wow, dude. I have to say, very impressed. That's his A1. He's going against Spirit Affinity 2, which is a weak Affinity matchup. Well, so suffice it to say, this dude smacks in the arena. Good God. I could totally see running this champion as a Great Hall farmer. You might be able to get away. You know what I'm going to do, guys? Hopefully you don't mind the video going kind of long here. But I'm going to put speed back on the boots because truthfully, he's a little bit too slow for this team. Man, that crit rate's going to be hard to make up. I'm not 20% crit rate. What do I don't think I have any cruel gear that's speed with 20% on the boots, but let's see. Because I always want to see how much damage he's doing without the attack percentage because, again, as I was saying, we really do want him to be a bit... On a team like that, you notice that sleep was wearing off on the enemies quite a bit before he goes. We want that on the enemies, right? Because we want that extra 50% damage. That's going to be important, so we really need him a little bit faster. So unless I had super god tier gear on him, let's see what I have for crit rate. You know what? 19%, we'll run 99 and we'll be happy. So he's now 173 speed, a little bit faster. Still not very fast, but all right, let's just see what the damage differential is going to be here. I want to find another tanky team, and there's nothing really there. Okay, here it is. Here we go. Very tanky. Okay, let's do the damage check now. And, oof, 2 stone skins. Let's see, we remove one of them. Okay, here he goes. Come on. Ooh. Okay. Not crazy damage that time. Actually, he did a lot to Duchess, man. Didn't even notice that. He's got another shot. Here we go. This time, no sleep on the enemies, though. He's going to come in. Actually, he's going to A2, I think, right now. I think he autos into A2 ability, which is interesting. Let me revive. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to get anything going here, but really love to see him nuke one more time, if possible. Big heal, big protected strengthen. Marichka is so strong, dude. All right, increase attack. Madame Ceres, let's steal some of this crap, please. Thank you. Come in here, remove some of this crap. No dice there at all. We get 1 asleep. Let's see what kind of damage you can do there. Yeah, not a ton there against this squad. Let's end this pain. Let's try. This is a very, very tanky team. And he has Duchess with the damage mitigation on AoE attacks on top of that. Let's do this team. Another very tanky team, but just not quite that tanky, right? It's hard to say that was because of the boots, because we, hadn't gone up against a team quite that strong before. Okay, come in here. Come on, let's remove that from Necret. Let's remove it. Yes. All right, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm... Okay. Fully gun him, block revive. Let's try again on that squad here. Let's try again. See if we can get lucky. But the thing is this is the problem with the meta right now, right? And this is why he's not super meta, even though he hits really hard, is those, that sheep debuff. In order to remove all these stone skins, it's a real pain to have to deal with the sheep. All right. And he's going to kill him again. No, he doesn't that time. We come in. Obviously, target's going to be changed. Otherwise, we would have been looking really nice, right? Okay, so nobody's under CC debuffs, unfortunately. But let's just see what he can do anyway. Okay, not too bad. Didn't kill anybody, but we're going to get him on the next go-around. We're going to get revenge against this squad. Here we go. I'm going to try with an A2 this time. See if we can kill everybody with an A2. Here's A2. Not bad. But they're going to get the revive off, which sucks. Let's just poke at Duchess here. Decrease turn meter and just hope we can keep it down, which I'm sure we're not going to be able to. All right. He still has his A3 available right now, and now we have the sleeps. So let's just go. Let's turn meter boost. And here it goes. Boom. Oof. Okay, so what do you guys think? I think, listen, since we've taken the attack percentage boots off him, it hasn't been that great. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you guys. But, again, I really don't think it's the boots. I think it's the teams. And, hey, we're still going to walk away with a victory here. So, suffice it to say, this dude can absolutely carry as an arena nuker. I do want to go ahead and set him up in a... set him up on a PvE team really quickly before we let you guys go. So let's see what we can do here. Let's see if you can... We haven't even watched... You know what I want to do, guys? Sorry, I'm all over the place in this champion guide. I want to just see him only use his A1 in campaign and see how many extra turns he gets and see how hard he hits. How about that? All right, guys, so for PvE content, I don't think I even need to show you a bunch more runs here. We're already going pretty long. But again, speed on the boots, I would probably switch to speed. I would probably switch back to accuracy if you need it on the banner here. We're at 285 accuracy without the support masteries right now. So keep that in mind. We could definitely switch back. As a matter of fact, we will. Let's switch back to the accuracy banner that we were using. And I feel like this is going to be a little bit better for PvE. And I want to say we had some speed on there too, a little bit more speed. Did we? Yes. So we'll get extra 19. I like this build a lot better. I feel a lot more comfortable going into battle with 381 and 192 on the speed and the accuracy respectively. And also, I guess before I let you guys go, note two things. Number one is this dude in lifesteal, he can easily solo Minnow. Obviously, he'll die here, but I'll just run it anyway. But he can solo, and basically you can use him, if nothing else, as somebody who can... You could probably use uncommons like Shield Guard too, but hey, you can use him to just farm scrolls for other champions, right? I do want to tell you something as well. The last thing I think I'll say is, see that counterattack? That was Retribution proc right there. It's important to note that I think I said this, I mistook this earlier, right? When he counterattacks, he still has a 50% chance of landing the stun, but he won't take an extra turn, okay? On the Retribution, on the counterattack. But it's still incredible because you can land those stuns. You can, let's do this. You can land those stuns and reduce the cooldown of his A2, A3 ability. Let's come in here. Here, imagine this with lifesteal. He would be at full health basically all the time, right? Because he'd be getting all that HP back. He hits so hard. Nice, easy solo champion there. So we're going to end it here, guys. Robar definitely impressed me in the arena in this video. Thank you for watching, guys, and as always, take care, guys.